In the heart of the Northeast lies a land of profound legacy. Pennsylvania, the keystone state that forged the spirit of a new nation. From the roar of furnaces and the clang of metal filled the air. From the fires of industry to the halls of liberty, it is the state that truly built America. At the heart of the United States lies a state whose story is deeply connected with the birth, growth, and transformation of the nation itself. Pennsylvania has witnessed revolutions, built, shaped democracy, and welcomed millions of people searching for a new beginning. From African cities, Pennsylvania's journey reflects the story of America. Long before European settlers arrived, the land now known as Pennsylvania was home to indigenous who had lived there for thousands of years. Nations such as the Lenape and Susquehannock developed communities connected to the rivers, forests, and resources of the region. Their history represents the first chapter of Pennsylvania's long human story. In 1681, King Charles II granted a large territory to William Penn, an English Quaker who envisioned a colony based on religious tolerance. Penn named the colony Pennsylvania, meaning Penn's Woods. His vision would create one of the most influential regions in early American history. Founded in 1682, Philadelphia quickly became one of the most important cities in colonial America. Its name, meaning brotherly love, reflected William Penn's hopes for a community built on cooperation and freedom. The city became a center of trade, education, science, and political discussion. Pennsylvania became known as a place where people from different backgrounds could practice their beliefs with greater freedom. Quakers, Germans, Scots-Irish, and many other groups settled across the region. This tradition of immigration and diversity became one of Pennsylvania's defining characteristics. During the struggle for independence, Pennsylvania stood at the center of America's revolutionary movement. Philadelphia hosted important debates, political gatherings, and moments that changed history forever. The city became a place where ideas about freedom, representation, and self-government were transformed into action. In Philadelphia, delegates gathered to write documents that would define the future of the United States. The Declaration of Independence was adopted here in 1776, and years later, the United States Constitution was created in the same city. Pennsylvania became known as a birthplace of American democracy. After independence, Pennsylvania entered a new era of expansion. Its location between the eastern seaboard and western territories made it a crucial transportation and economic center. Rivers, roads, and railways connected communities, allowing agriculture, trade, and industry to grow rapidly. Pennsylvania's transformation into an industrial powerhouse began beneath the ground. Coal had been mined here since the colonial age, but during the 19th century, its importance exploded. Infantry and Potomac coal-powered factories, rails, homes, and eventually the enormous steel industry that would make Pennsylvania one of the economic engines of America. Then came steel. Pittsburgh's location near coals, rivers, railroads, and growing market an extraordinary industrial advantage. Mills expanded along the rivers, and thousands of workers arrived seeking jobs. Pittsburgh became synonymous with American steel, helping the rails, bridges, buildings, and machines of a rapidly industrializing nation. Pennsylvania's industrial growth depended on people as much as it depended on coal and machinery. Immigrants from Europe and other parts of the world arrived, taking in jobs in mines, mills, factories, and railroads. They built a community place, bringing languages, religions, food, and traditions that permanently changed Pennsylvania's culture. Railroads accelerated everything. They moved coal from mines to factories, steel mills to markets, and people from one community to another. Pennsylvania's transportation network connected the Atlantic coast with the interior of the country. The state was no longer simply part of America's expansion. It had become one of the systems powering it. While Pittsburgh became famous for steel, Philadelphia developed a different industrial identity. Manufacturing, hotels, ship pickles, kebershine, machinery, publishing helped turn the city into one of America's major economic location on the Delaware River, and its connection to national transportation networks gave Philadelphia an enormous commercial advantage. Pennsylvania's importance was not limited to industry. During the Civil War, occasion made it strategically vital to the Union. Its railroads, factories, farms, and population supported the war effort. But in the summer of 1863, Pennsylvania itself became the target of a Confederate invasion, and history would soon converge on a small town called Gettysburg. Between July 1st and 3rd, 1863, more than 165,000 soldiers converged became the bloodiest of the Civil War, producing more than 51,000 casualties. The Union victory stopped a general's invasion of the North and became a turning point in the conflict. Months after the battle, historical figure came to Gettysburg to dedicate a national cemetery. In a remarkably brief address, he connected the sacrifice on those Pennsylvania fields with the nation's larger struggle over freedom and democracy. The battlefield became more than a place of war. It became a symbol of America's unfinished promise. But the industrial age that made Pennsylvania powerful could not last forever. From the middle of the 20th century onwards, coal mining and steel production began to decline. Foreign competition, changing automotive markets transformed the economy. Across western Pennsylvania, communities that had depended on factories and mines suddenly faced an uncertain future. Pittsburgh offers one of America's most remarkable examples of economic reinvention. A city once defined by steel began investing in universities, medicine, technology, robotics, and research. The rivers that once carried coal and steel now surround parks and technology economy. Pittsburgh did not erase its industrial past. It built a new future on top of it.
Philadelphia followed its own path of transformation. While manufacturing declined, the city increasingly relied on education, healthcare, finance, technology, tourism, culture, and professional services. Its historic neighborhoods now exist alongside modern skyscrapers and research institutions, creating a city where America's colonial past and 21st century economy occupy the same landscape. Yet Pennsylvania cannot be understood through its cities alone. Across its countryside exists another Pennsylvania, one of farms, forests, small towns, and long-standing traditions. The rhythmic clip-clack of hooves on the dirt road, Lancaster County is home to large Amish communities whose traditional way of life exists alongside modern America. This contrast between innovation and tradition is one of the state's most distinctive characteristics. Pennsylvania's geography also helps explain its political importance. Its enormous cities, growing suburbs, rural communities, and former industrial towns often have very different political priorities. That mixture has made Pennsylvania one of America's most closely watched battleground states, where elections can reveal the changing attitudes of urban, suburban, and rural voters. Few American states contain so many contrasts within one border. Pennsylvania is simultaneously historic and modern, urban and rural, industrial and technological. It has battlefields and biotechnology laboratories, Amish farms and major universities, former steel towns and emerging technology centers. Its diversity is not simply cultural, it is economic, geographical, and historical. Pennsylvania now faces another transformation. Its future may depend on advanced manufacturing. Its Pennsylvania manufacturing, artificial intelligence, healthcare, energy, education, and research, while its communities continue searching for ways to preserve their history and natural landscapes. The challenge is familiar: adapt to a changing economy without leaving entire communities behind. Pennsylvania has changed many times, but its story has never truly ended. It was once a frontier, then a birthplace of American democracy, an industrial powerhouse, and later a state forced to reinvent itself. Today, its cities, farms, universities, forests, and communities carry pieces of every era that came before. Perhaps Pennsylvania's greatest strength is not what it once was, but its ability to become something new.
Thank you for watching World Nexus. To explore more stories about history, science, and our world, make sure to subscribe, share your thoughts in the comments, and join us as we continue discovering the stories that shape humanity.